If you couldn't communicate anything for years, what would be the first thing you'd say if you suddenly could again? Well, that's exactly the question that this German guy had to answer last year. In 2015, the man, who was 30 at the time, was diagnosed with ALS, a disease that significantly weakens your muscles. Although at first he could still move around and talk on his own, as his condition deteriorated, he soon lost control of basically every part of his body except his eyeballs. And sometime later in 2019, he could no longer even move his eyes. Although this man could still think like any other human, at that point he was literally just trapped inside his own body, unable to move or even communicate with the outside world. Despite this, however, extremely luckily, at the time, scientists in Switzerland just so happened to be working on inventing a way to communicate with locked-in patients for the very first time. They had realized that if they implant electrodes into someone's brain, they could read their brain signals. And when they tried this out with the German guy in 2022, after 4 months of working with him, the scientists finally successfully devised a simple yes and no method of communicating. Funny enough, one of the first things this guy asked for was a beer. He also later communicated that he loved his son and requested for certain foods.